Hi friends, welcome to a new video. I know this is different from what I usually do, but at the beginning of the year I decided that I wanted to be more productive and create new things, so I decided to design my own planner. I've been using it since January and I love it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I think it could be perfect if you're trying digital planning recently, or even if you're not new in it. This is my third year using a digital planner. The first one I found it for free on YouTube and I loved how simple it was, and the second year I decided to design one myself, but I couldn't. I just did the cover and I used goodnotes templates for the rest, but I think that helped me to understand what I want and what I don't want in a planner. And this is how this planner born. I didn't want a planner with all the hours and activities there. I just wanted something where I could express my thoughts, organize the tasks that I have to do, but in a very general way. I wanted more of like a little space for reflection. So I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it like I do right now. Of course, it's totally free and very easy to download. I'm going to show you how, so let's begin with the tutorial. In the description box below, I left you a Google Drive link, so you just click it and you're going to see this window. I left you two versions, the 2GB one and the compressed one. I think the quality difference it's not noticeable, but still I decided to leave both. So you just choose the one you want to download, then you click the download icon, this little arrow right here, and you're going to see the planner. You can save it to your files or you can open it directly on your PDF editor. In my case, it's GoodNotes, but you can use another one if you want. And there you have it, friend, your new planner. When I was thinking about the design of my planner and what I really wanted to do with it, I decided that I wanted something that even if it had a template, it still allowed me to be free to write or do whatever I wanted with it. Almost like a blank notebook, so that's why I decided to divide it by sections. The first section is the journal section, where you will be able to write how your day went freely. I like to add photos and stickers. Personally, I'm not one of those people who write every day, but at least I try to do it once a week. I think it's nice to go back and see what was happening to you, what you were thinking, and the moments you captured. Then there is the calendar section where we have all the months of the year. I decided to not put the dates inspired by the first planner I had because I don't want anyone to feel forced to use it only in a certain year. In this section you can do whatever you want, add the tasks you have to do during the weeks, or I also like to add a text underneath and make it a calendar of moments. Add a photo or maybe more of that day. And yeah, but feel free to do whatever you want in this section. Then we have the gratitude section. For this section, I made a very simple template that you can use as a guide to have your own gratitude journal, or you can also delete it and use one of the pages in the notes section, which I will talk about later. In the template, you have this space where you can write an affirmation. Then below that section, you have to write 3 things you're grateful for that day. I didn't know whether to put 3 or 5, but in the end I decided it was easier to think of 3 things. Then we have the mood tracker. You can color the face that represents your mood better, like very good, good, meh, bad, and very bad. Below the faces, you can write the reason of your mood. And finally, there are 2 spaces where you can write notes, such as something you want to remember for the next day or just something you want to remember from that day. In the quote space, I usually write a piece of a song here, but you can write an actual quote if you want. The next section is the daily plan. I tried to keep the template very simple too. Like I told you, I didn't want to put all the hours of the day, as I feel that would force you to carry your iPad everywhere, and I'm sure not all of us do that. I personally use Google Calendar for that. The idea of this section is more to put in order your thoughts and things to do for the day. Prioritizing one, which is the one you will put here, and then you will break down the other tasks to do here. Then you have the meal section where you plan what are you going to eat that day. I find it very useful because sometimes it takes me longer than I'd like to think about what I'm going to eat for that day. You could write what you ate at the end of the day instead. That is something I also do. And then you have the notes section to write whatever you want to again. The fifth section is the weekly review section. This was not originally here, but one day scrolling on Pinterest, I found a template with questions to review your week, and I thought it would be a good idea to have it in this planner. After checking several templates, this is what I like the most and what I decided to include. First, there is the section where you have to write 3 accomplishments you had that week, and below 3 things you are grateful for. They are very similar, but for me, there is a difference between them. In the accomplishments, I would write, maybe I managed to upload 3 reels this week. Something I could be thankful for would be that I felt very inspired and creative this week, or that I went to the movies with my friends. Then side by side are sections on what I did well that week and what I think I could improve on. Then I put a little mood tracker to specify how I felt most of the week and why. And since I like pictures a lot, I decided it would be a nice touch to be able to put your favorite picture of the week. Whether it is something you ate, the sky, your pet, or whatever you want. Finally, there is a small space where you can write the main goal for the next week, what you want to focus on. The last section is the notes one that I mentioned before. I added 2 templates for that, ruled and blank pages. You can write whatever you want here. In my case, I write ideas for videos or I sketch things. And that's it. This is my planner. Feel free to use it however you want to, and also feel free to delete something or use it in your own way, like I mentioned. Maybe you don't want to use the templates, but you do want a gratitude journal. You can go here on the 4 squares. You look for the page you want to use, and you have 2 options. You can either duplicate it and drag the copy to where you want it to be, or you can copy the page, go to the section you want, click on the sheet with the plus sign in the middle and select paste page. Oh, this is important. I only put 1 page for each section, but obviously we will need more. So to add more pages, even if it's a template page like this one, click on the page icon with the plus sign and select current page. And there you have it, another sheet to continue writing. In the penultimate page of the planner, I added the hex codes of the colors that were used in the planner. In case you want to add them to GoodNotes like I did, I added them for the pens and the highlighters. To add them, just click on the dotted circle with the plus sign, click again on that circle, and in this rectangle, put the hex code. And that's all, friends. Thank you so much for watching this video and for using my planner. If you could subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it a lot. And I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.